Shakespeare emphasizes how Macbeth's unchecked ambition, represented through his fragile mental state, combined with uncontained desire and temptation, catalyzes his downfall. This is demonstrated through his nihilistic behavior and disregard for morality and positive values towards the end of the play, as the temptation of the supernatural overcomes him with the need for greed and power. Shakespeare's depiction of ambition and power vastly impacts the audience as he exemplifies the effects of temptation and its impact on Macbeth's character and his descent into madness. A significant transformation in Macbeth's characterization as he loses touch with Shakespeare's recurring motif of the human condition further illuminates the notable contribution ambition has towards the downfall of Macbeth, as it influences him to behave erratically and without logic in confronting circumstances. Shakespeare's portrayal of Macbeth's intrinsic and extrinsic fragility represents the effects of ambition as it allows the supernatural to manipulate him in his weak mental state. Initially wary of the witches who disrupt the chain of being, Macbeth soon grows to depend on them, idolizing them as they feed into his greedy nature. The witches chant, "All hail Macbeth, thou shalt be king hereafter," igniting Macbeth's ambition and distorting his perception of reality, setting him onto a path of destruction. As Macbeth's ambition grows, he descends into a moral frenzy, and the desire for power consumes him. Shakespeare utilizes ominous imagery to convey the influence of the supernatural on Macbeth's psyche, as the witches evoke scenes of destruction and chaos, conjuring visions of fire or blood in their prophecies. Contrastingly, during his last interaction with the witches, he states, "I will be satisfied. Deny me this and an eternal curse fall on you." His interactions with them evolve from curiosity to dependence and eventually to desperation as he is overcome with ambition. Macbeth's itching ambition for power begins to control him as he acts erratically and gives into the supernatural. Macbeth's behavior reveals his desperation and frustration as he aggressively demands answers from the witches, reflecting his deteriorating mental state. When morality and positive values do not contain ambition, our desires and temptations catalyze our downfall. Macbeth's descent into madness illustrates how the relentless pursuit of power can destroy one's ethical values and emotional connections. The dagger speech is a pivotal scene in the play, as Macbeth states, "Is this a dagger which I see before me, the handle towards my hand?" This rhetorical question highlights how Macbeth is unsure of the existence of the dagger. Shakespeare uses the dagger to represent Macbeth's threatening ambition that tempts Macbeth to commit regicide. He further states, "If it were done when 'tis done, then 'twere well it were done quickly." Macbeth's initial hesitation surrounding killing Duncan and his struggle with his morals and values showcases how his weak mental state and greed for power, combined with the pressure of the supernatural, alters his mindset as he ultimately succumbs to his ambition. This unchecked desire and temptation drive him to commit murder and further atrocities, ultimately leading him to his eventual self-destruction. The witches are central to the supernatural theme as they chant "Fair is foul and foul is fair," establishing a world where appearances are misleading, shaping Macbeth's view of morality and values. Macbeth's life story represents how the absence of moral restraint in the face of desire and unchecked ambition can lead to catastrophic consequences. Macbeth's character changes significantly as he challenges Shakespeare's recurring motif of the human condition, illuminating his unchecked ambition as he descends into madness. Macbeth initially portrays an honorable, loyal, and brave warrior who is praised for his selfless actions. However, as he surrenders to the supernatural's prophetic words, he becomes detached from his humanity. Macbeth reflects on the act of murdering Duncan as he states, "Methought I heard a voice cry, 'Sleep no more, Macbeth does murder sleep,' which indicates his growing awareness of the psychological consequences of his actions and reckless behavior. In contrast, later in the play we see Macbeth disregard his wife's death, stating, "There would have been a time for such a word, tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow." The use of the tricolon highlights his loss of touch with Shakespeare's motif and further showcases his nihilistic behavior. Macbeth's characterization shifts dramatically from an honorable man to an egotistical and morally lacking tyrant as he is stripped of his humanity, further challenging the human condition as he descends into madness. Shakespeare's Macbeth powerfully illustrates the destructive power of temptation and how it, coupled with unchecked ambition, leads to his tragic downfall. His transformation from a noble warrior to a tyrant is initially driven by his curiosity surrounding the supernatural, which quickly evolves into dependence, reflecting his mental state and moral decay. Macbeth's transformation reveals how the absence of moral restraint combined with his hamartia ultimately seals his fate. This descent into madness outlines the catastrophic consequences of pursuing power at the expense of ethical values, resulting in the profound loss of humanity. Macbeth's tragic journey is a cautionary tale warning the audience of the dangers of unchecked ambition and moral fragility.